know, sometimes this life can get rough. You get knocked down, but you gotta get up. Keep going. I done been knocked down 1,000 times. Yeah, I traveled around 1,000 miles for some time, but you know I can't stop now. Came way too far. Bro, you can tell it ain't looking real good, but I won't give up. Pac said that I gotta keep my head up, so I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I'm standing right here. Demons all around, but I ain't got no fear. But it's rooted deeper on my feet, the underdog. In the fire now, but I won't be burned. I was waiting for this, and now it's my turn. Sweat on my face, blood in my eyes. Been underground, now I aim for the skies. Quit now, you can last longer. All these wounds only making you stronger. Don't give up now, yeah, you gotta climb. But we give it to all.
If it's Monday, it's time for the UD Awards National Series presented by Slingshot Racing League. My name is Johnny Rapp alongside Justin Wilson in the Slingshot TV booth. Tonight we head to Lime Rock Park for race number 2 of the season, the Lime Rock 52. Lime Rock Park is a legendary 1.5-mile road course nestled in the foothills of the Berkshire Mountains in northwest Connecticut. With a historic and picturesque natural terrain, Lime Rock has become a hotspot for many road racing enthusiasts. It opened in 1957, making it the third oldest continuously operating road course in the United States. The track is known for its intimate park-like setting without traditional grandstands, where spectators enjoy the action from the grassy hillsides. Now, Justin, take us through what exactly you expect to see from these ARCA drivers here tonight as they tackle the first road course of the season.
Well, Johnny, it's a totally different challenge here at Lime Rock Park. I mean, this place is short, it's fast, it's technical. There's really no time to breathe. These drivers are going to have to be razor sharp with their braking points, keep that car glued to that racing line, manage those tires, those rear tires over that long run. Track position, huge, because passing here is going to be extremely tough. So qualifying well, staying mistake-free on pit road will be just as important as that raw speed. If they can stay smooth and consistent for the whole race, they'll have a shot at the front by the end. But now, as the field gets ready to roll off, let's take a pause trackside for tonight's national anthem.
right, we are back here, ready to bring you some live racing action from Lime Rock Park. Before we get to that, though, it is time for us to touch on our pre-race stories, starting off with the points. Last week, we saw Rye Jones come home with the win at Daytona on that chaotic last lap, and Chris Smith was able to kind of capitalize on some of the cars in front of him, wrecking there too, and yeah, obviously, they first race of the season, they're going to be the points leaders heading into the second race here. Braxton DeWeese, we expect a strong performance out of him this season. And yeah, Justin, just tell me anybody on this list that you got your eye on.
Eye on for tonight or for the championship?
Hey, either way.
I'm going to tell you who I got my eyes on tonight. I mean, obviously, Chris Smith, Braxton DeWeese, they show a lot of speed here tonight as well in qualifying, but even in practice, they're very fast at road courses. But we're going to see that, excuse me, I done lost his number, but Devin Jack is very, very quick at these road courses, and for the life of me, there it is. Yeah, 49. There we go. Sorry about that, but that 49 is extremely fast. As you can see, just based off his qualifying time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's going to be one to keep an eye on. Yeah, we look through here, we see drivers like Zach Roethlisberger led a lot of that race, kind of fell back at the end with that last lap wreck, and Benson Weaver, Tony Caputo. It's anybody's game right now as we head into the second race of this season. And yeah, moving on from that, we have our stories for the night. Starting off with Turn 1 chaos. We see it time and time again at these road courses. Everybody's all packed together when the race first starts, you know, and getting down into a tight Turn 1 like we have here at Lime Rock can be very chaotic.
Oh, without a doubt. And two, that uphill, that section down there in the back half of the field, or back half of the track, that is one tricky corner, because if you get too much speed going up there, you'll get that tire spin at the top of the hill, and you'll easily lose control of your car. And you want to talk about pileup, that could possibly happen even on the first lap.
Yeah, definitely something to watch, and that brings up point number 2 here, hit your marks. And that is one of those marks that if you go just a little wide of, you can you can end up in the fence, or you can end up sideways across the track. And yeah, I mean, that's what a short little technical road course like this, that's what it's all about.
Oh, without a doubt. And then not to mention just how critical one mistake will cost you here. Generally, our road courses are caution free, so keep that in mind. That doesn't mean that we don't have the potential for one, but generally they are. So one mistake easily ruins your race. Gotta hit your mark.
Absolutely, and it looks like we will have pit stops tonight. I would assume around 43 laps these drivers can go on a tank of fuel, so we'll have to see just exactly what strategy they choose, whether they pit halfway or they run it out, maybe don't take tires, take tires. It's going to be really interesting to watch.
Well, definitely the tires are there for them tonight. 3 sets tonight, that's including the ones that are on the car, so yeah. Pit stop, I mean, we may see the tire strategy. Some pit early, take 4, some pit halfway, take 2, and some probably running out and then just fuel only just to get enough to the end.
And that brings up the final point. You already brought it up a little bit, but are we going to see some road course ringers here? And I think the answer is yes. You were talking about Devin Jack, who put on a clinic at Watkins Glen the last time we ran these ARCA cars on a road course. And yeah, we got other ones like Ryan Rose, and hey, I mean, he still can't sleep on drivers like Chris Smith and Chase Barry, Braxton DeWeese. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch who comes out on top. Moving on from that, we're going to head down trackside now, and we are going to have a little bit of time before this race really gets going here. Qualifying is wrapping up now, and I think maybe we can try to grab a word with one of our drivers here tonight. I'm thinking looks like right now in the Discord we have Devin Jack. We're going to bring Devin Jack up. Hey, maybe. There we go. Oh. Sorry about that. Devin Jack, our defending road course winner in these ARCA cars. You got a copy?
Oh, yeah, I hear you.
All right, take us through a little bit of what you expect to see here tonight.
I'm just hoping I don't see a whole lot of crashing out the windshield. This track is tight, and you dip tires onto the grass, and you're just gone.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, one thing that we didn't talk about in the pre-race here, but is maybe something that crossed your mind, is the potential for lap traffic. With all these cars here on a short track like this, do you think that's something you're going to have to be worried about tonight?
We will definitely have lap traffic. That is not a question here. Between that and the tightness of the pit road, this should be a very interesting race.
That it will. Well, hey, we're not going to keep you too long up here, but yeah, we'll be watching. Hopefully you can go back to back, get that second road course win with these ARCA cars, and yeah, hopefully we get to see you on the other end.
Oh, this car's a lot of fun on the road courses. It's the only two I'm planning to show up for this season, so I'm hoping I can do well.
That sounds good, man. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Who does that sound like, Johnny? Only showing up to road courses.
Yeah, I know a guy.
Well, on top of that, Johnny, we do, not to cut you off, just keep in mind for everyone tuning in before our race gets started, we do have our free pack of the NASCAR trading cards giveaway tonight, just like we did last week.
Oh, yeah, yes we do. I actually do not have it up here, but just give me one moment, I will. But yeah, so go ahead and get in the chat here tonight. Tell us who you're rooting for. We already have a few in there. We see Dustin Bully. We got my dad in there rooting me on from the booth. I don't know. But and yeah, hey, we got Matt said, let's go, Phillips. We got a couple people in there. We're gonna pick somebody who is an active chatter here tonight, and yeah, you're gonna get one of these custom, or, yeah, not custom, but these NASCAR trading card packs, and I think there is a chance for one of them to be autographed by a driver. So yeah, it's gonna be a really cool thing to keep an eye on. Definitely get in the chat. Tell us what's going on, what's on your mind, who you're rooting for. Maybe we missed something and you saw it. You could tell us about it. And, yeah, we really appreciate it.
You can also tell us which one of your broadcasters is the favorite.
It's very, very true, Sean.
It weighs into the winner. Just throwing that out there.
So leading into this next thing, I'm not sure if he is in the Discord, and he is not. But Chase Berry will be wearing our heartbeat monitor here tonight. I have to set that up real quick. But yeah, I mean, he is our in-race reporter. If we can grab a word with him throughout this race, we will. And yeah, that's going to be something to watch. See how intense these laps are on a in these ARCA cars. We'll see just exactly when Chase is in the heat of the moment, or how cool and collected he can stay.
Well, I will say we did quite a few amount of laps last night, actually, kind of test driving with some of these drivers. Let me tell you, this track is definitely tough. I don't know about you, Johnny, but I was getting pretty tired after about 10 laps. So 52 laps here it's going to be tough. You don't get a chance to breathe. The only chance you have to breathe is the front straightaway, and that's maybe, what, 6 seconds maybe.
Yeah, definitely glad to be watching here. After that prelim race we did earlier, I think that was enough driving for me tonight, and yeah, we'll just have to see how this one goes.
Well, Johnny, do you mind? Keep in mind, we don't really have yellows at the road courses, but can you tell us what would bring out a yellow?
Yes, I absolutely can. And yeah, so it's pretty much, if there's a track block and wreck, really it comes, I mean, if it's like 3 or more cars like heavily involved in a wreck, then our race controller Randy Bechtel will throw the caution. But other than that, you'll see 1 or 2 car spins, anything like that. It's not going to bring it out. But yeah, it's reserved for big wrecks that could be an issue for drivers coming through the field, that so they can check up and maybe get everybody grouped back together.
Well, this is like the short track of road courses, so we may actually see some of that tonight. But drivers are gridding up, and we'll start getting ready for our drivers lineup.
Absolutely. Starting up front, we just talked to him, Devin Jack, in that number 49, 94 tonight. We missed the number, but yeah, either way, great lap time from Devin Jack, looking to defend that win from last season at Watkins Glen. We have Chris Smith, last season's champion, starting second place in that number 28 machine. Behind him, we have Matt Coots in the 13, and Nick DeCesare in fourth outside of him. We have Chase Barry starting in 5th place here, and Braxton DeWeese, another strong contender, starting 6th. Moving on from there, we have Jacob Phillips and Ellis Thomas rounding out row. Man, I can't read that. Row 4 here. And then behind them, we have Laura Wiseman and Ryan Rose in that number 78.
Yeah, kicking off right behind him, got Randy Grossen starting 11th with Rye Jones, our points leader, coming into tonight, rolling 12th. Right behind them, Lee Campbell, Robert Probst starting 14th. Johnny's favorite, Thomas Bergeron, starting 15th with James Danforth on his outside. In the 88, starting 16th. Steve Vest, Nathan Gentry bring up the row right behind them. And the remaining 4 drivers did not put a qualifying time down tonight, and that is Ryan Hinkle, Zachary Mitchell, Patrick O'Toole, and Paul Thomas. 22 drivers tonight on this short track road course.
Yeah, we are all lined up, and you can see just from this view here how many cars this is on this small track. It's going to be a lot of fun seeing how these drivers traverse these right and left turns and these hills. And we're coming up here. We got 2 turns left, and we will get this thing underway.
Yeah, it's just going to be crazy of a bottleneck that we're going to see going off into one, into kind of the S's of Lime Rock here. And by then, they should have settled out single file, but we will see. This is going to be a pretty chaotic first lap. The pace car has dipped off. Devin Jack in command, waiting for the flagman to throw the green. We have to go green. Green flag is out, and they are off. A little bit of tire spin from some of the cars towards the back, but all around a good start as they dive off into turn 1.
You see him 2 by 2 up front. Devin Jack gets that run, and Chris Smith now has to defend Matt Coots for the 2nd position. Coots gets to his right side, and yeah, that's not the preferred line heading into turn 3. And Chris Smith looks like he's going to clear heading down the S's down the backstretch.
Yeah, pretty much clean start all the way around. Still double file in some parts of the racetrack, but for the most part, the leaders, top 5, top 6, have single filed it out. As you can see there, Nick Cesare tried to take that outside off that corner. Did not work. Braxton DeWeese has got to capitalize on that straightaway.
There we saw a little bit of a big moment for Matt Coots there. He was able to gather it up. It gets really loose coming over that hill. And that is the first case of that here tonight. Back here, Braxton Lee sets his sights on Chase Perry, who has just about a quarter of a second lead over him for 4th place at this time. There is a lot of pressure behind, though, as Ryan Rose is making a move on Ellis Thomas here for 7th place.
Yeah, Ryan Jones is also right there behind him in that 91 machine. Tried to make a move there while Ellis was stuck on the outside, but was unable to do so. But right now, Ryan Rose is kind of making his moves to the front. Started 10th tonight. He's already up to P7.
Yeah, definitely a driver that definitely fixing himself as a road course racer. He's pretty good at it, and yeah, we'll see if he's able to charge through the field here. Oh my, a little bit of contact there between Preston Gleason and Medic right here. They're able to gather it up and keep the momentum going, coming to the finish lap 2 of 52.
Yeah, you can already see a lot of these cars. That rear end is starting to slide out on these corners. And most of these, corners at this track are all right-hand corners except for, what, one? I think all of them. Oh, Laura.
A bit of a moment back here. We got Laura Wiseman spun out in turn 1. Looks like she's going to lock it down, let everybody go, and then try to get going again here.
Yeah, we can come back and definitely take a look at this. Try to see what happened here with Laura Wiseman. You can see looking underneath Robert Brobes. Oh yeah, just locked up the rears a little bit and did a great job keeping it off the back bumper of that 5. Good job holding it down and letting everybody get by.
Some close calls there. It looked like maybe Jacob Phillips, and I'm not sure who was just ahead of him there, but yeah, that definitely could have collected a few more cars. And great job by Laura for locking it down.
Yeah, but right now, man on the move is Devin Jack. Put 3/10 on Chris Smith just that last lap alone. Matt Kuntz is the only other driver that dipped into the 51s that last lap as well, and he's making a move on Chris Smith now. But right now, Devin Jack show.
Yep, Devin very strong up here so far. He's led 3 of the laps so far. Coming to lead number 4. Out at that battle for second place. Heard something happen back here.
Yeah, we got a. If you don't jump back here and take a look at something that just happened. Trying to catch all the action while we can here. But you can see here we got Steve S in the 60 heading off into turn 1. Gets on the brakes really late and off into the grass she goes. Was unable to get it slowed down in time. Heavy damage to that left side. Had to bring it down pit road. Oh, almost contact there with Bergeron.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate for Steve. He put some time into the tracks. Unfortunate to see him have some trouble so early.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough break for the number 60 tonight. Looking up ahead too, we got, well, not up ahead, but Patrick O'Toole had brought it down pit road, and he's called it a night as well. So we got 2 drivers possibly out. I know one for sure, but Steve S is damaged, maybe trying to get it fixed, but right now 2 cars on pit road.
Right on board with Rye Jones here in the 8th position. Looks like he's having a battle with Ellis Thomas. I think he might have just got by Ellis. And you can see just kind of what Ryan's seeing out of his rearview mirror.
That's a tricky corner right here. Easily get tire spin if you're not careful on the throttle. But Ryan does a great job keeping those tires underneath them as they sail off, coming down this hill into the last corner. This corner right here is extremely fast, and you hit it just right. I mean, it's gas.
Yeah, we see it right there. He gets a little wide. He dips the toe out into the dirt. He's able to keep it going, keep it on the track there. But that is dangerous territory for the 91 of Rye Jones.
Oh, yeah, it is. If you get too much of that tire, there's nothing you can do like we saw with Steve Vest off into turn 1. There's no slowing it down once that grass grabs you.
A little bit further back, Laura trying to rebound from that incident earlier. It looks like she was just able to get by Ryan Hinkle for 17th back here. Ryan Hinkle in that number 21. Beautiful Mountain Dew machine. I always love seeing that car out on track. And yeah, it looks good out there behind Laura right now. Back up here with this battle for 8th place with Ellis Thomas and Ryan Jones. Ryan must have just had a moment. And looks like Ellis is able to capitalize on it, get back by him for that 8th position.
Yeah, looks like the second to last corner there. Ryan may have hopped the curb and allowed Ellis to get the run to get by. But, you know, Ryan's not going to go out without a fight. You know he's going to try and get that position back from Ellis. But, you know, Ellis's car looks steady and smooth right now. And that is the, you know, fastest way to be around this track of Lime Rock right now.
You gotta keep it between the ditches, so to speak. And so far, so good for the driver of that 38. Still a little bit of pressure up here.
Oh, gonna wreck. Chase Berry's around over in the last corner here. Unsure of what happened. We could go back and take a look.
Yeah.
Looks like Chase Berry going in this, second last corner here. Oh, catches the grass. Oh, yeah, curb got him. Oh, hard contact with that barrier, and around he goes. And that's a tough break because if I'm not mistaken, he was running in the 4th position tonight.
Yes, he was. Yeah, he had a very strong run going there, and unfortunate. I mean, hey, that could have been a lot worse though. He tagged the wall, but it doesn't look like a whole lot of damage on that number 46 machine.
It doesn't look too bad, but man, 10 positions lost just like that in the blink of an eye, and early on too. So we're only on lap 9 of our 52 lap race.
Oh, he is fighting that thing now. He's got those tires heated up, and definitely a handful for Chase Berry here.
Yeah, those tires are not a big fan of Chase Berry right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see Chase bring it in early, get a fresh set of tires, and try to make a run for it.
Taking a look here at Ryan Rose. He is currently up 4 positions. Double zero, Nick DeCesare here for 5th place. Maybe Ryan would be fast here. So far, so good. Carson is a little wide there in this corner. So open that gap back up a little bit, give Nick a little bit of breathing room.
On the track right now, everybody's just kind of running their own race, but you know, Matt Kuntz right now still holding strong right there behind Chris Smith. He hasn't let him drive away just yet. That 13's showing a lot of speed tonight, and even Braxton DeWeese back here has actually been slowly catching these leaders. I mean, granted, he's pretty far back right now, but he did start pretty far back in the field tonight. Well, 6th place, but I consider that pretty far back considering how chaotic the first lap was. But he's slowly reeling in 3rd place of Matt Kuntz.
Yeah, Braxton DeWeese, he had a bit of bad luck last week, if I remember right. But I think he still capitalized on that wreck and came in with a decent finish. If I'm not mistaken, I might be mistaken. But yeah, definitely looking to mount that charge for the championship here with a solid run at the road course. So far, so good in 4th place. Move back a little bit through the field here. We got a battle brewing between James Danforth and Robert Brooks for 11th place. And Lee Campbell tagging along here too. We got see Robert at number 5. Started 11th. He's started 14th. So he's gained a few spots here. How he manages getting away from James Danforth here. This is that uphill section where they get a little bit of air. You see the front end of that 88 jump up, and it's definitely a handful to hang on to that thing.
We just had another off track, and I bet you can't guess who it was.
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Chase Berry in that 46. Those tires did not like it, and they were going off into turn 1. Sure enough, right off into the grass. But fortunately for him, did not hit anything. Oh, as I say that, as he crashes on the front straightaway, taking out Zachary Mitchell hard on the front straightaway here. Oh, tough break for both drivers.
We're going to go back and yeah, Chase definitely struggling with the handling of this car here today, and not what we're used to seeing from him. think a little bit of a better camera angle here. We'll go back just a little bit. We see coming off the corner. Yes, I think
It's a little bit overcorrection, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Mission
right in
know where to
front of
go.
Yeah. The damage on his car doesn't look too bad. Not as severe as that 46's is, but that's a tough break. I mean, Chase always enjoys running road courses, so it's a tough break to see him struggle tonight.
Yeah, it definitely is. And move back up here. Devin Jack still holding a commanding lead over Chris Smith. Looks like it is now 6 seconds back, which is very hard to do and very impressive. I will say we've had Dustin Bawley in the chat here, and man, you can't help but credit some of Devin's success to his time in the Rodent Plate and that incredible series. And hey, their last season they actually ran these ARCA cars, so definitely a lot of experience for that 94 from the Rodent Plate series.
Well, my favorite comment tonight is from Mr. Rapp. I'm going to go with Chase, number 40. Well, yeah, he's number 48, but he's number 46. Well, I guess I'll take Devin Jack, number 49. Cracks me up.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, it's not too late to change your picks, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, tell us who you think so far. And yeah, we're going to pull it up one more time here, just because we're talking about it. You do have a chance to win this, yeah, one of these trading card packs. Just be an active chatter. We're going to go through some of the highest chatters tonight. And I think I'm going to exclude my dad, but we'll pick a lucky chatter and we'll send out one of these custom, or yeah, I keep saying custom, one of these trading card packs. And it also has a chance of being autographed by the driver. Yep.
Yeah, 1 in 6 chance, I believe. Pretty good odds.
Yep. Let's see. This is Matt Coots here getting through some lap traffic. You see Robert Probst and I'm not sure who that is just behind. Is that Thomas Bergeron?
Did have a quick off track here. Definitely right on board with this one if you would like. This is on board with. Oh, this is not on board with. Who am I kidding here? All right, never mind. Ryan Hinkle did go off in the corner. I'm unsure what exactly is going on with my controls at the moment.
That's okay.
But we'll get it fixed up.
Yeah. You see Ellis Thomas kind of coming back with a head of steam here. Looks like he's caught up to Ryan Rose. He's in a Ryan sandwich right now, which is not where you want to be. And coming up the hill, Ellis has a little bit of a run. Let's see if he's able to maybe get something going here before they get to the last turn. Ryan Rose out in the grass. Ellis Thomas is going to look to the inside. Rose is sideways. Oh my, Ellis is going to clear him down the front stretch.
Yeah, but here comes Ryan Jones with the big round, and Ellis throws a huge block on Ryan Jones as they go 3 wide off into turn 1, and 2 of them go off into the grass. Ryan Jones and Ryan Rose, both Ryans. Ellis won that battle.
Yeah, that was definitely intense, and a great job by Ryan Jones for not or locking it down early and not sliding out into that wall like we saw Steve Vest do earlier. And yeah, move Ellis Thomas up to P6.
Yeah, kind of a 2-for-1 there. I think the biggest, I guess, loser of that whole altercation was that 91. Granted, fortunately, he only lost the 1 spot to Ryan Rose, but massive track loss. I mean, he's back there at well over a couple of seconds back now.
But we have issues for Chris Smith up here in second place. It looks like he's gone off track. And I believe that is turn 1. It's going to allow Matt Kuntz and Braxton DeWeese to get by. Going to go back and see if we can see what happened to Chris. They might have to go back just a little bit further.
Fortunately for him, he didn't go off into the grass there, just based off what we could see there. Possible locking up the rears. Pretty common for this area. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, another great job locking it down in that that chaotic turn one that we've seen tonight. And yeah, definitely damage control at that point. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know those rear tires are not happy. That was one of our kind of keys to the race here, was keeping those tires happy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Chris Smith is probably thinking what kind of strategy he can do now for pit cycle, because those rear tires are probably falling off pretty heavily after that spin.
Yeah, this battle for sixth place has heated up again. Ryan Rose has caught back up to Ellis Thomas. We're right on board with Rose here, going up the hill. Yeah, this is the battle.
Sound like
Yeah,
hot
just
air.
will not die.
Yeah, it's almost round two, but Ryan Rose gets a great launch off this corner compared to what that 38's doing. It looks like Ryan Rose is also a little bit heavier into the braking, probably got a little bit more front brake bias than the 38, because you see he was able to kind of reel him in a little bit on the entrances of these corners.
Yeah, so far so good there. Yeah, I mean, hey, there's not a whole lot. That is the closest battle on the track, unless you go back to Laura Wiseman and Robert Brooks back here in 13th and 14th place, just one lap down. The first car is one lap down. If we do end up getting a caution, it would be the battle for the lucky dog. But see right here, Laura, another road and plate driver battling Robert, another road and plate driver, and we'll see which one is able to come out on top.
Yeah, we have had a few cars go ahead and enter pit road. Of those is Nathan Gentry in the 10 and Ryan Hinkle in the 21. Both of them drivers have decided to bring her down pit road, early pit stop, and get those fresh set of tires. See if they can gain some momentum on that leader, Dem Jack.
Yeah, we can see right on our ticker here just exactly how long these drivers have been on track, and we see the looks like the first taker on pit road is going to be that number 5 of Robert Brooks. We just saw him one lap down, first car one lap down, and that could be a very important strategy play if he can make it the rest of the way here.
Yeah, the battle right here, you see with Laura Wiseman and Robert Brobst. Like I said, like Johnny mentioned, this is for that lucky dog position, because Lee Campbell is still a ways from getting lapped by Devin Jack. So this battle is important.
See some of the drivers up front pitting in now, not to go away from this intense battle for the lucky dog spot, but
I could see a little bit that 84 starting to probably get a little bit impatient with that 5, as every time she gets a run, it gets blocked or just kind of ends up with a bad entry, similar to what we just saw there. Can't enter low, or you just lose the momentum off the corner. A very defensive driving by Robert Brobst, but again, it's counted for as he goes off into the grass, able to hold on. That's going to let Laura just breeze on by him off the straightaway. But not so much, because Robert's still there. Laura's got to fend him off on the outsides. They're still side by side through one. This battle is just never going to end. But it looks like Robert Brobst is able to get the run, but Laura's going to bring it back. Very, very close battle here.
yeah, we see Robert sideways. We're going to go on board with Nick DeCesare here as he's trying to lap these cars. There is absolutely nowhere for Nick to go right now. They're side by side.
It's going to be tight.
Oh, gets into her.
Seen that coming. Just, you cannot enter that corner side by side like that. But great job, both of the drivers keeping it squared away. But Laura is the winning recipient of that exchange, and she is going to end up pulling away from Robert.
Yeah, that was definitely intense. And yeah, Nick had a perfect front row seat for that action there. Tell you what, definitely lucky that that was not worse. That could have been a huge crash coming up that hill.
Yeah, right now Ryan Rose had just went a lap down to the leaders, but he also just pitted, and man, he is still getting those tires warmed up because he is sliding everywhere trying to catch the leader, Devin Jack, and put himself back on the lead lap. Doesn't look like he has the speed to do so. Devin Jack is right now just on rails. He's still running close to about a second off of what his qualifying time was. Actually, not even, about a half a second from what his qualifying time was. And by far the fastest driver on the track right now, with a 12.8 second lead right now.
See it on the left, just some of the recent lap times for these drivers right now. Devin definitely one of the fastest. Mac Dean's put down a really good time, even in second place. And it's gonna take a lot to gain 11 seconds. But it's definitely showing his speed here in that number 13 machine.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the lap times as the 49 Devin Jack was in a little bit of lap traffic that last lap as well. But yeah, still nonetheless very fast from our top two. But 11 seconds is going to be tough. He almost needs a miracle caution to happen or Devin Jack to have a mistake on pit road. But that's a rare sight from that 49 team. But never know. Still a long way to go.
Absolutely is. Looking through the rest of the top five here, it looks like Chris Smith has started to reel in Braxton DeWeese a little bit. Just about a second behind now, and that battle for the final podium position, third place. And a lot of these drivers still have not pit. You're definitely waiting to see who's going to pit when and what they do. Is it 2 tires, no tires? Yeah. Or maybe somebody can try to save fuel and make it all the way. So.
Yeah, Lee Campbell just brought it on down pit road, but I'm looking at comparing drivers because keep in mind Ryan Rose pitted well before. Devin Jack's still on the older tires, but Devin Jack's last lap was a 52.2 compared to what Ryan Rose's was with his fresh tires with a 52.8. Yeah, it just looks like the tire fall off is not as strong as maybe we thought it would be.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen time and time again with these cars that it's more heat dependent than wear dependent, and it's all about just keeping tires under you and not driving too aggressive. And if you do, you have to let them cool down a lap or two. And I think you see it right there. You can see Ryan Rose in the background drifting the corners while Devin Jack is up here just cool, calm, and collected. That is the difference right there.
I'm trying to look through and see if we got any other action on the track. I know we have currently 5 drivers that have called it a night, those being Nathan Gentry, Ryan Hinkle, Chase Berry, Patrick O'Toole. Steve Best is still on pit road, but I think he is still fixing all that damage from that hard collision that he had off in turn 1. So technically 4 DNFs right now.
See a little bit of movement up here. It looks like the 38 of Ellis Thomas is going to pit here on lap 29. Just shy of halfway. Definitely going to be able to make it to the end. And it looks like 4 tires are going to be going on that 38 machine.
Yeah, you really don't have a choice but to take the tires because Devin's, when he does decide he's going to pit, he is going to just opt to take 4 because he has that huge cushion. So you might as well just absorb it. I don't think a no tire strategy call would play in your favor. You may gain a little pit position, but we'll see if any of these drivers opt to do so as our kind of pit window is opened up.
Yeah, it definitely is. We've seen quite a few drivers pit so far, and right now we're watching this battle for the podium with Braxton DeWeese and Chris Smith hot on his tail. And yeah, we're going to see if he's able to. It's so hard to pass here, man. It's really going to be a mistake from Braxton to open the door for Chris.
I don't want to take away from the action, but there is something we need to go back and take a look at. Robert Brooks, the number 5 machine. Do a little bit of side by side so we don't keep our eyes off the action going up in the front of Robert Brooks. just a little too hot hitting that corner, and that's not the worst part. Hard impact to that tire wall. You can see that left front suspension is completely destroyed in that number 5 machine. Probably racing right there for that number 5.
Yeah, that might be it for number 5. We'll see if he's able to get it fixed up, maybe spare some points, and try to get back out there. But definitely not what you want to see if you're a fan of that number 5 Kellogg's machine of Robert Brooks. Randy Gross pitting here from the top 10. That number 31 machine. We could try to get another better angle there. It looks like he is going to be taking tires. So, yeah, so far, a lot of drivers taking tires. I don't know if you have to. I mean, we could see that Devin Jack is still out here running insane lap times on his old tires. So, just giving up time in the pits, I think.
Really no surprise seeing that 49 being as fast as he is. I mean, look back at Watkins Glen. What happened there? I mean, pretty much the same result with the tire not fall off not being there for a lot of these drivers. But, I mean, 15-second lead right now. He's pretty much almost half of the track over second place. Yep, and he's going to bring it down pit road pretty much halfway through this run. Well, a little less than halfway. More. I don't know what lap we're on.
It's pretty close. It feels like we've been out here a while, but yeah, we're still working our way through this thing. Let's see. We'll see what he does as far as tires go. He has plenty of time. He can throw that mulligan up and taking tires just for chance, but it looks like he's going to take fuel only. Devin Jack is already out in the turn.
Yeah, as he's out, Braxton DeWeese pulls it in, and he is just now pulling into a stall. That just shows how big of a lead that Devin Jack has right now. Matt Kuntz does stay out, but believe it or not, did he come out in front of Devin? He did. Okay, I was about to say it was close because right behind Chris Smith, who did also stay out, is Devin Jack. Oh, he's got sideways off that corner there.
Yeah, it's definitely impressive to pit from the lead and only lose 2 spots. Devin Jack has been putting on a clear.
Close contact there with that lap car, but yeah, he pretty much comes out right behind second place.
Yeah, we see maybe a mistake from Ryan Rose. He was the leading car that was already picked. It looks like he slipped back just a bit. Battling with Nick Cesare side by side. Sorted out coming up the hill.
Need to go back and take a quick look at also we had an incident towards the back here of Lee Campbell in the number 14 machine. You see her just gets wide, but coming through here, just gunned it just a little too hard. Kissed her right on the inside wall. He's able to flip it around and keep going.
Yeah, maybe not too much damage. He's going to fight on, He's going to fight through to gain some of that track position back. But yeah, right now, this is the closest battle on the track. It looks like the battle for 7th place, Ryan Rose and Nick DeChesney.
Looking through the chat, we got Francis Gaming saying, let's go Payday Racing. Number 56, Phillips. Need to go check in on Mr. Phillips. Currently running in the P5 right now in that number 56 machine. He's been keeping it cool, calm, and collective tonight, running his own race, which is what you like to see at these ovals, but he has not pitted yet. So we'll be seeing where he falls in line once he comes down pit road. Other Payday driver also right in front of Mr. Phillips, and that is Ryan Jones.
Yeah, we see it right here with our battle box. About a 3-second lead for Jones over Phillips. And, I mean, it looks like Jake is catching him maybe just a little bit. He lost some there. But projected pass in 31 laps. We ain't got enough time for that.
A little bit of an off track there. But we won't talk about that commentator's curse. Oh, as he slides through that corner. All right, move on. Let's move on. We're going to talk about the 56. Let him go.
See this battle still going on back here. Ryan Rose into the wall, up the hill. He is all over the place, completely sideways into the second to last corner, right in front of Ellis Thomas here. He's got to cool them tires down or he's going to end up out in the grass.
Yeah, he is fighting that 78 machine. And the bad part is that is for position. You can see him just blocking Ellis Thomas on the front straightaway here. It is for position, but man, he has got to be careful with those rear tires as hot as they are. Oh, Ellis is going to give him a little shot there. Ryan's going to get a loose on the exit there, but I think that was more tire spin than it was from the contact. That 38 is definitely faster, but it's going to be tough to pass that 78 right now when he's just fighting the handling of that car.
Yeah, definitely this could be the prime example of taking tires and not taking tires.
Oh, Ellis gets a little loose off the hill there. He was trying to get that run. Thought he could commit to just keeping the throttle down, but man, that hill is unforgiving. Tire spin at the top of it.
And what a battle. I'll tell you what, the Ryans have put on a show for us, both of them. Seems like most of the action all night has been centered around them. But, as this battle kind of cools off for now, we're going to go back up front here to third place. Devin Jack, he is closing in on Chris Smith. And it looks like it's only a matter of time before he's able to make a move. And don't forget that I believe both of these leaders, Matt Coombs and Chris Smith, are going to have to pit still.
Yes, they are definitely going to have to pit. They are not going to be able to make the 52 laps. If I'm not mistaken, I think we got, what, 45 laps or so on a tank of fuel. Unless they were able to save it. That's a lot to save, but we will see what the strategy is. But I can't keep my eyes off this 78 right now. I'm just surprised he's able to hold on to it, especially being attacked by the 38. I mean, that 78 is all over the place. That rear end is just not liking Ryan Rose right now.
Yeah, we can see it there, that difference in tire. It looks like Ellis has about 6 lap better tires than Ryan, and Ryan has been abusing every bit of them. Looks like Ellis is going to try that undercut, and yeah, I mean, hey, coming through these S's, it's kind of hard to do. It's going to take a mistake from that 78. He gets a little wide there. See what he does coming up the hill here.
It might take a little bit of impatience from that 38 as well to just throw it in there, give him a little bump, but he looks like he's not going to have to because he got the run up the hill that he's been waiting on. But Ryan Rose is holding tough on that outside, and he looks like he may clear him. No, Ellis is going to throw it in deep. Ryan Rose is not giving up this position. He is going to fight for this 8th place until he probably ends up in the fence.
Yeah, and you said it right there. This is the battle for 8th place. You would think this is for the win of the race, but man, they are not giving each other an inch. This position matters a lot.
It does. I mean, they're still side by side, but Ellis just got clear. He should be able to just pull away from this 78, but he's going to have to as the 78 gets a little loose off that corner. I mean, he's just throttling it, trying to get the speed, abusing those rear tires, but I think Ellis finally by him. I think he's going to start pulling away from that 78. So, ways he is.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that 78, he's driving the wheels off that thing. Yeah, definitely not the night he won it so far, but man, I said it first. He's got to pull them tires down. If he doesn't, man, they're going to bite him.
That keeps down pit road. Sorry to interrupt, yeah. And Chris Smith, so he finally runs out of fuel, and just keep in mind as they pit, the leader just went right on by him. Devin Jack's going to have a very commanding lead with our final 11 laps to go.
We'll see where Matt Coots and Chris Smith shake out here. We'll turn on our stint again. This is how many laps since their last pit stop. And you can see yes, still Rye Jones and Jacob Phillips out there that have not pit yet, but looks like these two are going to come out well ahead of them.
Yeah, you can see where Matt Kuntz is on the track right now, about to hit that kind of slow straightaway. Well, to keep in mind, Devin Jack is on the final corner coming across this, on the straightaway, coming to the start-finish line right now. Huge lead from the 94.
As I said, putting on a clinic in that 94 Garrison Ford, right? And yeah, these two there, that top three is pretty much locked in right now. It's going to take a lot because Yeah, Ryan and Jacob Phillips are still going to have to pit. And, first car behind them that has already pitted is Braxton Grease for 6th place.
Yeah, and you can see Jacob Phillips right there in front of him coming down pit road. Called it the previous lap, but he should only lose. I mean, he may lose position to Ellis Thomas here. We'll see. Ellis Thomas is on the back straightaway. Yeah, he's coming on the front straightaway. So yeah, these guys are going to lose a few positions, and surprisingly lose a position to Ryan Rose as well, considering how sideways that car's been. He is also going to pass Jacob Phillips on pit road. Keep in mind, Ryan Jones is also, I think he's the only driver that hasn't pitted yet. Could definitely go back and take a look and see if he has pitted. I don't think, yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he has pitted, so we got to keep an eye out on that 91 to see where he's going to fall in line. He should be pitting probably this time by. Yes, he is bringing it out there right now. So we'll see where he falls in line. I mean, Ryan, he was running pretty decent lap times in the kind of high 53s. About a second off what our leader is currently running. But I know the battle between him and Jacob Phillips was pretty tight, but you can see Jacob Phillips coming off the last corner right now. I think that was just a splash and go from that 91. Is that all I saw?
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Looked like a splash and go, and it's going to come out just ahead of that 56, his teammate of Jacob Phillips.
Yeah, I know right now that's probably not where Ryan Jones wants to be at the moment, but he does have Ryan Rose not too far ahead of him. And you could just, if he takes care of it in these last 10 laps, he should be able to catch that 78. But coming into this race as the points leader, and this is a tricky schedule these guys have. I mean, not often you go from a super speedway straight to a road course on a schedule. But he is still on the lead lap inside the top 10, so right now he keeps it strong. Should be able to manage some of the points. I know it's early to talk about points battling, but hey man, you got to take it as you can.
It's never too early, I'll tell you. But yeah, one of the battles I got to keep my eye on here, Laura Wiseman, after recovering from that spin early on, fighting for a top 10 here with Randy Gross, just about a half second behind, and yeah, really impressive kind of rebound here from Laura.
Yeah, keep in mind, I mean, not too far ahead of them is also Jacob Phillips. Jacob Phillips is at the end of this straightaway going into that corner now, so yeah, battling for a top 10, but it's a possibility with these final laps here to just crack into that top 8, pinning any mistakes from that 56 team.
Definitely plenty of time to make it happen. And, see just how abusive this track is.
Yeah, we got a battle for second place right now. That's between Matt Kuntz and Chris Smith. Chris Smith's getting a huge run on the front straightaway. He's been reeling in that 13 these last couple laps as we're coming to 6 to go next time by. That 28 is hungry for that second place, and my indicator just said the 91 just spun out or maybe crashed. Yes, he did. He is in the grass right now. I'll definitely have to go back and take a quick look at what happened to Ryan Jones while that battle is going on. See what's going on here with the 91. Oh, looks like he just carried too much momentum on the outside there. That's a bummer, and that's probably, you think that no tire pit stop took a toll in that?
Yeah, it's very possible. Maybe trying to get a little bit too much out of it, and coming right out of the pits, and yeah, hey, it bit him. He got loose, but no contact, and yeah, he's gonna live the fight on. He only lost one or two spots, it looks like. So
yeah, he just lost the one spot, but keep in mind, Randy Gross and Lauren Wiseman are now just tailing right behind him. There's only one car in between them, and that is Paul Thomas. but only a handful of laps to go, and the rear tire is probably not liking that 91, so he's got to baby it to the finish line here.
Yeah, we see this here. We haven't talked too much about Paul tonight. Looks like he's going a lap down here with Laura and Randy are going to go by, and Randy's going to look to the outside trying to get that position back. This is the battle for 10th place. It looks like Randy locked him up a little bit getting into turn 1. That's going to allow Laura a little bit of breathing room heading off into the S's.
Yeah, that was a bit close. Probably just hold their breath moment as they enter turn 1 there. But Laura's been running very consistent tonight. Aside from that, slip up with Barbara Brooks going off in turn 1, very solid performance from that 84. No damage, believe it or not, on that 84 tonight.
Yeah. Hey,
I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it.
And this battle for second place is still going on strong. Chris Smith just 2/10 behind, right on the tail of Matt Kuntz. These guys have been up here all night long. I'm sorry, Chris really dove it into the last corner there. And, it's going to lose him a little bit of ground. But, hey, you still got 4 laps here to try to make your move.
Yeah, I know they're just starting to catch lap traffic, too, that's Paul Thomas as well as Randy Gross. So we'll see if this lap traffic plays an effect. They catch him at just the wrong corner right at the wrong time. Chris Smith is going to have nothing but a run coming off of the corner. So we'll see how they manage this lap traffic. Keep in mind, there's only 3 laps to go.
Yeah, it all comes down to this. And right now, Devin Jack is light years ahead of everybody else. We see that in the lap car. Paul Thomas moved to the left to get out of the way. And Matt Kuntz got a little loose there, but he's got that momentum, able to pull away from Chris a little bit here, going into the last turn.
Yeah, Chris gets a great run in that corner, but it almost looks like Matt Kuntz is able to get a little bit more speed off the exit of that last corner. But, man, Chris can sure enough send it in there.
Yeah, that's going to be the battle that we are watching, the closest battle at the moment. And, right now up front, it's still Devin Jack handily out to lead. And how many laps has he led tonight? 42 of the 50 laps so far. Dominating performance here from that 49.
Yeah, if you'd like, we could do a little bit of side-by-side action while we watch the leader complete his last 2 laps, but also keep an eye on this battle between Matt Kuntz and Chris Smith. Because Chris Smith's reeling in just a hair that last lap, but at the same time, Matt Kuntz is just able to get such a big run off that last corner down that straightaway, which is just, I think that's almost saving him from the clutches of that 28. He's able to pull away quite a bit on that straightaway.
It's all about waiting for a mistake, and Matt Kuntz is on it right now. No mistakes. Hitting his marks. Oh, I say that. He gets a little loose there, heading up towards the hill, but able to collect it. Still has about a 2-car length lead coming to the white flag.
And keep in mind, the drivers here are still on 2 to go, but Devin Jack has officially took the white flag. So these drivers are now just getting to the turn 4 here. Chris Smith a little bit closer, but I think he caught that berm just a little bit on the inside, and that's just going to give Matt Kuntz the advantage on the straightaway. 1 last attempt for Chris Smith, Chris Smith. I don't know why I thought I got his name wrong when I got it right. But 1 last attempt, 1 last lap here, but they are catching lap traffic on the final lap here. Randy Gross.
I'll tell you what, while that goes on, coming out of the last turn, Devin Jack leads 45 laps to win the Lime Rock 52 in the UD Awards National Series. 2 road course wins, 2 seasons. Incredible run from Devin.
Chris Smith is there. He's got 1 last try as they come down into the final corner. As Chris Smith's going to sail it in there. Is he going to give him the bumper? I don't think he's going to be able to. Good battle for second place here, but that's going to be Matt Kuntz that's going to bring home second with Chris Smith in third.
Incredible battle there for the podium, and can't beat that. What a great race from all these drivers. Nice, clean, man, incredible road course action.
27-second win by Devin Jack. I don't think these drivers, when they hit the next road course this season at Portland, they hope they don't see that 49 show up.
Yeah, I'll tell you that. Definitely, it is right in his wheelhouse, and let's see if he burns it down here before we step away for just a moment. And, yeah, we will be right back on the other end with our top 3 interviews. All right, we are back here for our post-race show. And yeah, I believe, Justin, have you got caught up with third place finisher tonight, Chris Smith? Looks like we got him now. Maybe.
It would help if I unmuted my mic, but yeah, while we're in the process, I'm trying to get these guys. There we go. Chris Smith. Got a copy?
I got you.
Well, man, P3 tonight. I know you were running pretty much second place majority of the night until you had that little slip up there in turn 1. But nonetheless, yeah, Devin Jack pretty much put a clinic on everybody tonight. But tell me a little bit about your race.
Yeah, I was just watching Devin get smaller and smaller and smaller for most of the race. Had a good view of it, eating his dust for most of the race until I messed up right there in turn 1, like you said. And, you know, that was probably the difference right there in second right there. But, you know, Matt was really fast, you know, all race as well. And I think we had a little bit more tire there at the end and kind of made a little bit of a race of it. He was faster than me definitely in the first about 15 laps. And man, this is a fun little road course. It's hard to pass. You know, there's really not, you know, many opportunities to do it, but man, it sure is a lot of fun.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about it, you know, kind of looking back too, especially with Devin Jack and his ability to keep it tight. Is there anything driving wise that you think you could have done different to keep up with that 49 tonight?
Well, I'm not really sure. I mean, he was kind of getting a little bit everywhere, I felt, you know, with, you know, just the speed that he had in qualifying. And there's a few things I learned in the race that I can maybe apply, you know, next time to, you know, it takes me a while to work up to it on these road courses. I can't really just jump in and go. I kind of got to, you know, work up to, you know, lap time. And, yeah, there's a few little things, especially in the middle sector. I felt like there towards the end of the race, I felt like the last half of the lap I had improved on quite a bit compared to earlier in the race. So, but yeah, that'll be, you know, if we ever decide to race here in the future, that's definitely something that I can try to apply next time.
I think we need to talk to Johnny about adding that chicane there.
Let's go for it. Let's go for it.
Let's really make it interesting.
Track, man. Come up that hill, and the cars get a little air, you know.
I will say, I will say it was fun going over the jump, I guess you will. It was fun watching the dirt over there on the left hand side, the trench that we were digging all race long. It was just getting deeper and deeper. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Well, man, congratulations again on this third place finish tonight. I believe you possibly regained the points championship again, but we will take a look at on that with that second place finish at Daytona. Kind of picking up where you left off. But hey, man, before we let you go, is there anybody you'd like to thank that brought you this third place tonight?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to my family at home if they're still watching tonight. You guys for bringing the broadcast and doing an awesome job. Y'all are killing it here on Monday nights, and we're very appreciative of all your hard work. Everybody that participates, Slingshot TV, UD Awards for providing the trophies this season, Stand Up Fight Series, Evan P. Into Designs, all the partners, Johnny, Robert, Scotty, Dade, Randy, all the people who make it happen, and all the drivers for a good, clean race tonight.
All right, man. Well, go off, enjoy, celebrate, and we'll talk to you again later, man.
All right, y'all take it easy.
Now, that's one thing he brought up that we didn't talk about tonight was race control Randy.
I think he got a little bit of a shout out there when we were talking about the potential for cautions, but yeah, definitely. Yeah, we appreciate it. He has the hardest job in the league, and it's nice every once in a while when he gets a little bit of a break like he did tonight. You know?
Yeah, I do agree. Let's see if we have our second place finisher for you, Johnny.
I'm on.
Matt Coots, bringing home second place here tonight. Man, tell us about your race. That was an impressive run from that number 13 machine.
Hi, it was all about just trying to be smooth. I mean, mentally demanding, just, there's so many turns in such a short amount of time, right? You just got to stay focused the entire time. It's tough.
Yeah, we saw it there, and hey, one of the things that we saw a couple drivers doing was kind of overdriving it and getting those tires hot. How was the tire wear here tonight? And I don't remember if we caught whether or not you took tires when you pitted or not, but tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I was debating doing left sides, but I ended up doing nothing because I felt like the car was comfortable enough, and I didn't want to make any changes with 10 to go or 12 to go whenever I ended up pitting. If you overdrive it, it gets real slippery. So I just tried to back it down when that happened for a lap or two and settle back in.
I'll tell you what, you did a masterful job of it, and it was really exciting to watch from up here. I know Devin was up there kind of in a league of his own, but you guys for second place on back put on a really incredible show. It was a lot of fun to watch, and before we let you go, do you have any shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anybody watching? The floor is yours.
I just think it was a great race for Very Racing, so we came home second and fourth. That's good for us, good points today. So it was a good night.
I'll tell you what, man, it was definitely good to see. Man, I guess before we let you go, was there a lot of preparation that went into this one? Because, man, you came out the gate flying. So. Yeah,
it was. I knew a road course was going to be, a strength for me, and I wanted to make sure I took advantage of it and didn't leave anything to chance. So ran through a couple of full runs, make sure I understood where the tires were going to be at the end. And just, I enjoyed the racing with Chris. It was great.
Absolutely. Well, once again, congratulations on that incredible show and a good podium finish here in second place tonight. And we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
All right, that was tonight's second place finisher, Matt Coots, in that number 13 Amtrak machine. And I believe that leaves just one more for us here tonight. And Justin, I believe you got caught up with our winner tonight, Devin Jack.
Yeah, we got Devin Jack here, man. You got a copy?
Oh, yeah, I hear you.
I'm going to be honest with you, Devin. I forgot you were in this race for a little while.
I can understand that.
Fool my
didn't
kid.
pay attention to anything until the end, and then realized what? Like, I didn't think I had that much of a gap on them.
27.2 second win tonight. I mean, you just pretty much put a clinic on the tee, on the pretty much the whole field. But one thing that we saw from that 94 compared to what we saw others was the ability to keep that car straight and not light up the rears like we've seen a lot of drivers do tonight. But you think that was a kind of any part of that?
That was a major part of it. Yeah, I noticed it showing 49. Some transponder must have got messed up, but I was trying my best not to heat the tires up because these ARCA cars, they don't fall off a whole lot as long as you don't absolutely roast the tires. Then I'm bad for that and almost everything else. So I'm surprised I can keep the tires under on these.
Well, you did say earlier when we talked to you that I guess you're only showing up for the road courses this season, but our next one is Portland, if I'm not mistaken. Johnny, correct me if I'm wrong, but done any laps around there in this car?
I think I've only raced there once with road and plate, and I did not do very well, so I might have my work cut out for me.
There you go, man. Everyone can take a sigh of relief then, right? But regardless, man, absolute clinic you put on tonight. Still a great race all around, nice, clean, even with the lap tracker that we did see. But hey, man, before we let you go and celebrate the win tonight, who would you like to thank that got you here tonight?
Yeah. All you guys at Slingshot putting this on, title sponsor, UD Awards for throwing their banner on it, the various different people painting. We had no Evan Pienta to yellow at the pole award tonight, which was surprising. JD Photos, High Ground, all those guys.
Well, I want to shout out to you, Devin, for super late model setup.
I feel like I shouldn't have gave you that. You're faster than me with it.
Regardless, man, congratulations again on the win here at Lime Rock. Second race of the season. Hope to see you in other races besides the road courses, but congrats nonetheless. Go on and celebrate with the team, and we'll catch you later.
No, thank you.
Yeah, Johnny, I just no words, really. 27-second lead. You don't really see that often. You know, if you're going to see that anywhere, it would be a road course. But, man, big demanding lead from that for that 49 machine. Well, I guess 94. I don't know. We'll go with either one.
Yeah, hey, we definitely we expect to see it at least a little bit. He's definitely always been strong here at the road courses. And, yeah, I mean, hey, he didn't put a wheel wrong all night. Definitely deserves that win. And, yeah, definitely excited for move on into our race results here. Once I get it loaded up, it should be ready now. So here we go. We got we just talked to the top three. Devin Jack, Matt Kuntz, and Chris Smith. Matt Kuntz's teammate Nick DeCesare coming home fourth place. Definitely some team efforts that had to have been done this week preparing for this race. Really strong showing from them. Ellis Thomas, we saw that incredible battle early on, and man, really all throughout the race with the Ryans and everything. Comes home fifth place today. Great top five from Ellis. Braxton Deweese slipped back a little bit during those pit cycles, and yes, that was a solid sixth place position for him. And then following him, we have Ryan Rose with whatever's left of his rear tires coming home seventh place. Jacob Phillips in eighth. Or Wiseman with that great recovery coming home ninth, and Ryan Jones coming home 10th.
Yeah, one thing we did miss, and I'm going to bring it up. Ryan Jones did lose that spot to Laura with 2 to go. Ryan took a detour through the grass, but rolling home 11th was Randy Gross in that number 31 machine, and in 12th place, James Stanford. Lee Campbell coming home in 13th with Zachary Mitchell, who was caught up in that incident with Chase Berry, comes home 14th. Thomas Bergeron 15th, and Paul Thomas kept it clean all night in 16th. The remainder of our drivers did not finish tonight, and that is Robert Brobst in the number 5, 17th, Nathan Gentry 18th, Ryan Hinkle 19th, Chase Berry 20th, and Steve Vest and Patrick O'Toole called it quits. Right there fairly early with Steve Vest going off into the grass of 21st and 22nd. But 22 drivers tonight, 52 laps. And I know these guys are exhausted.
Yes, they are, I am sure. And we're going to move on into our point standings now. You were right, Chris Smith was able to jump Rye Jones for the points lead here. Now, granted, this is before the drop week. I believe that'll start counting next week. So that should tighten things up a little bit. But right now, Chris Smith with that 89 points. Just behind him, Matt Kuntz with this finish here tonight. Skyrocketed himself up 5 positions into second place. Rye Jones holding on strong in the top 3 here with Braxton Luis right on his heels, just 1 point behind.
Yeah, biggest mover there, Jacob Phillips down there. Moved up 17 positions up to 12th just from this one race alone with that solid top 8 finish that he had. Keep in mind, he did get collected early on in a wreck Daytona last week, so good recovery.
Yeah, very good for him. And Laura with that recovery here today, bringing up 9 positions into the tail end of the top 10. Biggest loser today is going to be Brian Brebst, who did not show up. And we see Zach Roethlisberger. Thought he had that win in the bag last week, but he's going to lose a ton of positions from not showing up this week.
Yeah, a lot of people opt to take road courses as their drop weeks. So do expect to see him next week.
Absolutely. Yeah, speaking of next week, we're going to pull up our remaining schedule here. Maybe. There we go. Yeah. Yep. So we talked about it. Next week, Iowa. A great track in these ARCA cars. We ran it last season. It was an incredible race. And we're off to Kentucky. Then we have an off week. And coming right back at it with Las Vegas. And then our second road course of the season, Portland, before we head to Talladega.
Yeah, we just got, our lengths of tracks are all over the place on the schedule. I love it. I mean, how often you go from a super speedway to a road course to a short track. We definitely made it challenging for these drivers this season.
Yeah, and one thing to note with that, you're going from a 2.5 mile track at Pocono to Bristol, the second to last race of the season, and then rounding everything off at 1.5 miles of Kansas. That's going to be a really crazy stretch. And not to mention Charlotte being our crown jewel money race, including a throwback contest, which the best throwback voted for that will receive a custom poster. A very exciting thing to do over the last few seasons, and here we're looking forward to that. Also looking forward to the rest of the week here. We are off on Wednesday this week for the stand-up fight series, but we'll be back next week with that. But coming up next here is going to be Thursday night Fall Creek Plumbing National Series from Mystic Racing League, race number 30 at Kansas. And man, that has been some incredible racing the last few weeks. They just got done with the Roval. They had a side-by-side battle to the line for the win of that race. It was a lot of fun to call or watch, I guess. And next week we'll be right here at Iowa next Monday, and then stand-up fight series will be back next Wednesday at Charlotte. And I think we have one more thing that we haven't touched on yet, and that is the winner of that custom card pack. I keep saying custom. I don't know why I do it. But, that trading card pack, it looks like, I believe we're going to give that one to Devin Rowe, one of the most active chatters tonight. And I can't include my dad. I know he keyed up and said that he was rooting for every driver. But we can't do that. So it looks like it's going to be Devin Rowe. Devin, we will reach out and get your information where to send that card pack to. And we appreciate everybody that tunes in and gets in the chat. It's a lot of fun. We try to keep up with it. And hey, I'll tell you what, come back next week. We'll do it again. Maybe we'll have something else to give away. And till then, this is Johnny Rapp for Justin in the Slingshot TV booth. We'll see you next week.
Hey partner, I'm Barry, your pocket crew chief, the very first AI-powered mechanic for sim racing. Got a car that's a little loose or tight? Just tell me how it's handling, and I'll whip up instant setup recommendations just for you. Want me to get even more precise? Snap a picture of your setup, and I'll fine-tune it to perfection. And hey, I'm not just about giving orders. I'll explain why every adjustment matters, so you can really understand your ride. I'll even teach you the science behind the setup. Ever wonder why the track bar is so important? I've got the answer. With Pocket Crew Chief, I'll make you smarter, faster, and race ready. So what are we waiting for? Let's build to win.